progression and then take off with the ball. In this situation,
seriously,
very patient there.
Well, we looked at the numbers, and Nicholas King is the #1 rushing quarterback in Southern California, including the likes of Justin Allo, including obviously the duo down there at Long Beach City College. #1 running quarterback according to yards per rush and rushing yards per game overall. Nicholas King, the sophomore quarterback out of Westchester. What's amazing is that he didn't even start the season. One man that we probably will see quite a bit of in the second half, Kelly Helinski.
We probably will. A guy who's taken his benching, we could say, with such class. A guy who lost his job to Nicholas King, now the starter here for the Tigers. But about him, he's a guy who bounced back from Columbia. We do know that. Right. A guy who's got the prototypical NFL-sized body, 6'7".
Yeah, 6'7".
Wow.
What's amazing is that there are some colleges that I'm sure could recruit him as a tight end.
That's a definite for sure. We do see that a lot where a quarterback at the lower ranks, junior college, high school, will eventually transfer to Division I or a higher tier college and become a tight end.
Matthew Morin, who was the number 21 quarterback in the nation as a senior at Chaparral High School in 2011, converted to tight end here for the Riverside Tigers after a year in Fullerton, and now is on his way to Arizona University. 8:34 to go, no score. Morin to the far side from the 20-yard line, whips it out his way. Pass is caught by the tight end Morin, and that play will end up losing a yard. Tackle made there in the bunch by Marquise O'Leary. Sal Velasquez there to bring him down as well.
One of the things I wonder, what holds in the future for Nicholas King? Is he a guy who's going to continue his career at a higher level school, or is this part of his last tour going into the playoffs?
It's the case with a number of junior college football players, and I'm sure Nicholas King could very well be looking at that as well. If you don't get the scholarship offer to a solid university, then that's when really the questions begin to come in. King will fire over the head of Jawan Thomas, who did have a step in the end zone, and that'll lead to a third down stop by that Citrus College defense.
I do think about that. After junior college, what does one do? Well, there are options. There's the Canadian League.
Absolutely.
Hey,
why not?
There's the Arena League, and there's lower-tier semi-pro teams. So there's still options if the desire is there for an individual to continue playing football.
Have you ever thought about doing that?
Hey, come on, man. with my 5'6" 40, I don't think I'll make the cut.
Sounds like it'd be too much to handle there for semi-pro. Jimmy Camacho from 39 is no good.
Wow.
With his first miss from closer than 43 this season, just as we rave about the Citrus Hill kicker, that'll be his first miss since all the way back in the Fullerton College game before conference play even started a month and a half ago.
Now 16 of 19 in field goals, but I'm pretty sure he still leads the state or even in Southern California.
I'm pretty sure the coaching staff is A-OK with having to miss that field goal. He is a little bit flustered there on the sideline.
He's frustrated with himself, and why not? A guy who holds himself with a lot of integrity and a lot of respect.
Larry Cupworth with no score is still into the game. Guns it out to the far side, has his man, and pass is complete, and running out of bounds is Errol Romney. Now make it a second down and short.
The best play so far for Citrus.
The longest play today.
Yeah. But it's still early.
That'll be a 8-yard pickup there for Citrus College. Last time the Owls had the football, it was a 2-play drive that ended with an interception as Cupworth threw his 10th on the season. He has 17 touchdowns, looking for yet another. He's already the leader for Citrus College as far as the passing goes. Play action fake, whips it out on another screen pass. Complete to Justin Smith, who's running laterally out to the 25. Still has a convoy. There he goes, the speedster across midfield into enemy territory and running out of bounds all the way at the 46-yard line. Justin Martin, who is the #1 return man in the National Central Conference. That'll be a 1-yard dump-off pass that turns into a 27-yard pass completion. Move the chains.
The speedster, even last week, showed how much speed he has. 78-yard touchdown catch last week.
That was his only reception, and most of that came after the catch, just like the 27-yarder here. 1st and 10, Cupworth looking long, floats it to the far side, has Martin. 20, 15, and he's cut down all the way inside the 10 by the shoestrings at around the 9. That'll be yet another 25-yard pickup.
Cutbirth using his quarterback skills right there. Gives a slight pump, making that safety bite, and then just sends that ball over the head of the safety there. Good completion now in the red zone.
And this drive started all the way inside the Riverside 25. It is a 4-play, 65-yard march down the football field. It's taken no time flat, and Riverside could trail early in this ball game as Citrus College is knocking on the door. First and goal from the 9. Into the game is DJ Gordon. Shotgun snap, Cutbirth the throw. Pass rush is coming. Wilson's chasing him. He floats it out of bounds. Incomplete, second and goal.
Smart play by Cutbirth right there. Cutbirth, he's an interesting story of the quarterback out of Etiwanda High School. He's 6'5", 215. He's got the perfect body for the quarterback position.
He was a 4-year starter at Etiwanda High School. Started all the way back as a freshman. He's been on the field for now 6 seasons, the last 2 with Citrus College. He has the production to reach the next level, of course. Doesn't have the plethora of scholarship offers that a number of other quarterbacks in this division has. Cutbirth guns it inside the 5. The pass will be caught just short of the end zone to the true freshman Patrick Smith, his first catch of the day. Let's make it a 3rd down and goal from around the 4, given that this penalty isn't against them.
Yeah, Cutbirth getting up gingerly right there. He's walking towards the sideline now. Last week, 26 of 37, 306 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception.
For Larry Cutbirth.
That's right.
No legitimate scholarship offers, according to our fine young men up here in the booth. There are some teams taking a very strong look at him, including Cincinnati University and BYU. But, boy, for a guy that's literally the number 1 in the quarterback in the history of Citrus College, to have no legitimate offers is, I would say, just not exactly what Cutbirth has been bargaining here on a 3rd down and goal from after the penalty at around the 1.5. Play action. The handoff under the leg goes to Emmanuel Pooler, who's out to around the 1. Now make it after the flag. It's a 2nd and goal from around the 1. They were able to move the chains due to the penalty last time.
If I'm RCC, I'm only looking to allow 3 points, and that's it. A touchdown would not be good. How about last year? Citrus taking Riverside to the bitter end, a 50-51 barn burner.
And Citrus College had the lead up until 8 seconds to go in the ball game last year. It shows exactly how Citrus College matches up beautifully against the Tigers, who have an opportunity to take the lead early. It's a read option. Pitch play goes inside the 5-4-3. It's Gonzalez who reaches to the end zone and will be just a hair short of the marker. Make it a 3rd and goal.
Citrus, not known to run the ball, now has run the ball 3 straight times, a rarity, but it is in the red zone. You tend to run in the red zone for sure. Right there, a very rare option play, though.
Sophomore halfback out of Riverside Christian, DJ Gordon, flanks the quarterback on a 3rd down and goal from the 1-yard line. Cutbirth will keep. He runs inside the 5, and it looks like he'll pile drive his way to the end zone. No signal yet. Yes, sir. At the last moment, plowed his way in from about a yard out, and Larry Cutbirth gives the Tigers a very early deficit here with 4:52 to go.
Right there. That was his 6th touchdown of the year, and it's very funny. All he needed was a yard. The guy's averaging .8 per rush.
Wow.
So right on schedule, I would say.
Right on schedule. Larry Cutbirth, who has the size and the athleticism in order to become that dual-threat quarterback, as the point-after try is good. Larry Cutbirth out of Etiwanda High School, 6'5", 215 pounds, and I have to believe that this man will play at the next level. He just drove on 9 plays, 80 yards down the football field to give the Owls a 7-0 lead.
He does. He's got all the tools, the size, the perfect arm. He's got the mechanics. I mean, I don't understand why he wouldn't have any offers up to this date, but it must be something having to do off the field possibly. I don't know. I don't want to be too judgmental.
Too judgmental, of course.
With numbers like that, leading to state, leading to school, breaking school records, a list of school records that he has, it brings up a lot of question marks to myself, like, wait, what's the problem here?
Absolutely, yeah. And Citrus College as well is a ball club that had to rely on Larry Cupworth in order to bring them back to bowl eligibility. They finished 2013 with an 8-3 record to go along with a bowl win. We mentioned it just a touch earlier. They lost 51-50 in Riverside earlier on a season ago. In week number 3, that was. So I believe that Citrus College has all the makings to compete in this ball game, and they lead 7-0. Tremel Davis on the return across the 30, and he spun down at around the 34. So the Tigers have some solid field position, trailing 7-0, and really, Nicholas King, I'm sure, according to his standards, needs to get a nice little drive here going. They only have 1 first down tonight.
It would be nice to see Isaac Whitney and a few of the starters go in there and help.
Yeah.
But I guess the game plan going in tonight is just take care of business as far as the fundamentals and just going back to the basics, just playing
I think it'd be killer,
simple
though.
football.
Absolutely. I think it'd be killer if they still have most of their guys in. Of course, not everybody, but they're still unable to pull out this win, as every game means something. Nicholas King on the end around takes it 35, makes a cut to the 40, still on his feet, and will scurry out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Move the chains on a 12-yard pickup by Nicholas King, making it all going with his feet.
Nicholas King doing what he does best, and that's making moves. I counted up to 4 moves right there and a stiff arm right there. Talk about highlights.
Phenomenal play by Nicholas King as he broke several ankles on that run. Absolutely. Moved the chains. Only the second first down of the quarter here for the Tigers, who trail early 7-0 with 4:27 left to go in the opening stanza. 4 wide set. Matthew Morin in the slot. Hand off in the leg goes to Denzel Foster, and he will scurry his way out right at midfield there at the Tigers logo. Tackle was made by a man who we don't really talk about a whole lot, but has been a dominant force, potentially a defensive lineman for the conference player of the year in Julian Tayus, the redshirt sophomore.
The perfect situation right now, Nick, to go deep.
2nd down and 6 right at the midfield stripe. Play action fake. King is looking deep. Pass rush coming. Tayus is chasing him. Eludes out of the pocket. Still running. He'll have himself a nice little 5-yard pickup and maybe even a first down as he sprinted towards the sideline, make it a gain of 4. And the Westchester product, Nicholas King, on this drive, nearly every single yard is being gained by his legs.
Talk about effort. I mean, the guy ran about 50 yards to gain 5.
The man down on the field is Matthew Parrish, offensive lineman from UCaipa. A very, obviously you don't like to see injuries, but with the Tigers struggling, a much maligned unit on the offensive front, pressure made again by Citrus College defensively. Every injury, every single setback by that offensive line was just one more reason to be concerned moving into the postseason.
Yeah, it's unfortunate to see Matthew Parrish on the ground right there. Matthew Parrish out of Yucaipa High School actually just got offered this week by Morgan State. So,
wow. He's one of a plethora of offensive linemen that you've taken a look at that have gotten some scholarship offers over the last few weeks. And really, that offensive line, it's like a band of brothers, because there is no top-tier Division I recruit that is on this old line after Leo Lafayette decided not to play this season. So other guys like a Matthew Parrish have to step in. That offensive line started the year extremely shaky. We all remember the Grossmont game. Part of the problem was that offensive line giving up 5 sacks in that ball game. But just to make my point a little bit clearer, over the last 6 games, King has only been sacked 7 times. Meanwhile, in the same span, Larry Cupworth has been sacked 24 times. It explains the problems that we had resolved over the last month by that offensive line. Matthew Parrish gingerly is able to run off the field with the assistance of a trainer and a couple of other Tiger players.
Yeah, that's Kelly Helinski showing his leadership right there, going out to pick up Matthew Parrish. And it's unfortunate to see that again. Matthew Parrish this week was offered by Morgan State, so hopefully that doesn't affect his play at the next level.
Extremely gingerly walking off the field. I certainly hope he's okay.
But about the offensive line, like you were talking about, it's a group that has come together during the season and has improved.
Has improved. Shotgun snap, King looking right, pass rush coming, and down he goes. Just the first sack by that Riverside offensive line allowed since all the way back in the Riverside or in the Long Beach City College game. Now after the 3rd down stop, Citrus College forces the 3rd consecutive offensive stoppage there right near midfield.
Would you say it's a coincidence? Matthew Parrish goes down, and instantly in the next play, Nicholas King gets taken down with a sack.
Maybe Parrish meant more to this offensive line